PSO2. New Genesis. Computer stable. All systems go. Are we ready? I'm not sure. Yes. Okay. Start the game. Start the game. Sounds good. Starting game. There's no going back now. I wonder what's gonna happen. This reminds me of when RuneScape 3 came out. A lot of people stopped playing. They couldn't handle it. All right, so the sound works, so that's good. That's a plus. Oh no, do I have the music muted? Ruined the whole thing. I did not have any music muted. Don't do this to me. Oh no, no. We can't all. Oh. Okay. Or it was all tabbed out of it. That wasn't me. I was gonna alt F4. That's okay. So everything's a little more softer, it seems. Polished. A lot of polish here. Nice music. On the water, you might be able to do that in the game. We'll see. Some alien Ben 10 creatures. New enemy type. Wow. I can't wait to kill that. Switch to gun. You can do everything now, I think. It's like a new class system. You can do anything. We'll see. I don't know. Wow. Cliche. But effective. Giant slime monsters. Is that supposed to be Zeno? No way. No way. I mean, is that his name? Zeno. Phantasy Star Genesis New 2. Alright, getting some Genshin Impact vibes. I don't know why. Just the town and behind the... That could be Megaton, if anything. Okay. That's the same. Whoa. High tech. This is high tech, okay. Start game. Start the game. Still ships, though. There's still ships. New sound effects. Game broke. Game broken. Uh-oh. Hello, Eventesta. 30 man. That's me. That's my name. I don't know if we're gonna be able to log in actually, because it might be overcrowded. Might be too many people playing. Actually, I hope we can get in. Darn, this could be bad. Actually, this could be bad. It's laggy. Is it laggy? The servers are laggy. Let me see the Twitter. Let me check Twitter. But Eventesta, good to see you. Watch it later. Yeah, the VOD is up there. Epic words. It was an epic stream, even though it was like an hour long. Yeah, we made the best of it there. Not even an hour, really. 40 minutes. But we got it. We got it. Uh-oh, this could be bad. Check Twitter. They're not mentioning anything about downtime, about any lag. But let's see what the people are saying. The people. What are the people saying? Latest. The latest. Oh, we're in. We don't. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Forget what they're saying. We're online. Graphic settings, the best ever made. The best one. It was great. Thanks, Evan Testa. Let me just check my. I'm not using too much graphic. My CPU is okay. It's not blowing up or anything. Everything's fine. Wait, what? Do you have to make a new character? No shot. Oh, no. Under certain conditions, the appearance of characters created in the original PSO2 may change significantly due to the effects of the update new graphics engine. If necessary, please edit your character. Using character create started the game bar by using Salon, which will become available after the main story's prologue. Yo, I'm leaning now. I got the lean. I'm leaning. I look kind of cool now. I think I'm a little more thin. June 8, new story PSO2 NGS has been released. By progressing through main story, will gain the ability to freely move between NGS and PSO2. Or at least in the past. Well, what? Okay. Exciting. Delete character. No. What? It lets you edit your character. Huh. You can only create your character using the items currently registered to your character. All items registered in Classic PS2 are accessible in the salon. Okay. Okay. Just when you thought you were done with character creation, they pull you back in. That's okay. What's so different? Does it look the same? Hairstyles. Let's see what the hairstyles. Now that's new. Ah. Oh. Wow.
Evantesta cheered. X225.
Wow. Thank you so much, Evantesta, for the 25 bits for the birthday. I'm assuming the birthday cake bits. That's awesome. With an extra 25, a cherry on top. Thank you very much for that. You are the #1 cheerer again, once again, for the month. Thank you so much, Evantesta. You're awesome. You're awesome. And thanks for liking my tweets and following me on Twitter. We can hang out on there. While I spew my whatever I'm saying on there. I don't even know anymore. I took a break today. I was kind of tired. I forget it. There's nothing to tweet about. These hairstyles are terrible, by the way. I don't like them. They're not my style. But I must choose one because it's new. It's new. I must choose one. I might pick that one. Ooh. This might be a good look for me. You make it fun. Thanks so much, Evantesta. You're too kind. You're too kind. Truly. Truly, indubitably. I'm thinking like this here right here. The wings. I should have been a female character. What am I doing? I would pick this, but this is crazy, man. I gotta pick this one. That's good. Adjust hairstyle. Wait, what? Adjust? That does nothing. Okay. Adjust it. Adjust it. Wait, something is changing. The bangs. What? Okay. The bangs only? Why don't they just say that? The bangs? I like that. Looks like an M on my head, like Majin Buu. It's canon. Neck area? I don't want to mess with this. I don't mess with it. Alright, so what does this do? The current body type, wait, what? Does not support it. The body type. Can I change my body type? Probably not. The body type. My body type. Interesting. I have no eyes. What happened to your eyes? What's wrong with your eyes? Common teeth. The current face option. The face option. They have new faces. What the frick? Oh my god. Just because you can doesn't mean you should now. Oh my god. What do you do? What do you do? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of... This is ruined. I think I ruined it. Why does it look like weird? This is strange. Ah! Veneers. I'm a vampire, guys. Common teeth. What's the difference between these two? Vampire. Okay. If you have a choice to become a vampire in a game, you say yes. Adjust the tongue. Long tongue. We're just crazy now. We're just... There's no sync mouth vertical positions. Smiley face. That's odd. Oh, that's like how it is always. I'm okay with that. Okay, so basically... What have you done? This is Adam Phoenix. What have you done? Neck. What have I done to him? Oh my god. We've gone too far. Confirm. What? Wait, I'll go back. Hold on, there's more here. Body type. Humanoid type 1. Type 2, female. Uh-oh. Cast type 1. Gundamized. Oh my. This might be a good look for me. This might be a good look for me. Do I want to be a cast again? No. I kind of do, though. I must resist. Yo, what the frick? Yeah, I might be human. Look, he has a one robot arm. I love that. I love that shtick when they have one robot arm. One of their arms is robotic. 190. What was my height before? I don't want to be too tall. What? It's glitching out. Adjust chest. Whoa. Yeah, that's me. Nani? Is that the teat? Where are we? Waist, legs. Am I a female? No, no. This character, I don't know what's going on with it anymore. It's easy edit. Waist. I think his waist is too low. Like, raise it up. I don't know what's going on there. Big butt, of course. If you have a choice to have a big butt, yes. The legs, that's where it gets weird. That's where it gets weird. What is normal? I can't tell. I think that's good. But is it? Okay. Here we go. We're just getting started. The male quarters. My body was altered. Ho! Wait, am I still a male? Who am I? That's cool. But I do like the one arm, though. Something's off about this. His legs are too short. Or my head's too big. Samus. Motendo, thanks for placing an epic warrior. Samus. Zomosu. This still has the one arm. Technically. One arm is different. My head looks bigger than my body. Is that normal? Color of funny. Purple coat. I already have purple hair though. What do you do? What do you do? A deeper red. Blue. A tan. Orange. A brownish. Yeah. Innerwear. A thong. Okay. That's the future, I guess. Ornament display. Accessories. They got some new stuff. They have some new stuff. They have Bane's mask. Roar. No one cared who I was. Ever. Remove. Some kind of thing there. Some belts. Got some stuff behind them. Batman horns. I don't need these other horns anymore. I have Batman horns. I like these though. I'm gonna keep these. Wow, Nintendo raid. Thank you, Nintendo. Welcome, Nintendo.
Back up. Back up, people.
Or you're playing Genshin again?
I found him! Over
Kaiba the Barbarian. Kaiba the Barbarian hosted as well. Shooting Star Raid. What does that mean? But thank you. Interesting. Don't lie to me, Milt. You sussy baka. Yo, have you played PSO2 before? Oh, you were playing it right now. Look at it. You were playing it. Nice. I'd say no more. No need to answer. We have the technology to know exactly what's happening at all times. It's a whole new world, isn't it? Isn't it? Something's off about my character. I don't know what it is. Something is off about the body. We have to. Oh, wait, bro. Did you check the first character available? I don't know. What does that mean? What does that mean? What's the first character? Still existed? Oh, I just found out my OG PSO2. Oh. You put him in a new game. Is that bad? Yeah, this is... Did you make a new character? Oh, man. What did you do, Nintendo? It's Gucci. Okay, as long as that's all. What more can you ask for? Really? Well, I think that's good there. There's something off about my character. Maybe it's the pecs. It might be. The breasticles. I mean, that might be too much there. A slight bulge. The arms might be a problem. I don't know. What's normal? Oh god. This is pretty much an expansion reset. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. It's like RuneScape 3. When RuneScape 3 came out, it feels like the same vibe. My hands. The hair, though. Main skin color. I think that's fine. The hair. Do I want to really have that hair? Do I really want that hair, though? Where's lipstick? Oh, we can probably find that. Makeup. Can't stay. It is late. I started really late here. Yeah, I played OG PSO2 on the Japanese servers as well. Yeah, I played a lot. I maxed most of the classes. 75 at least, when 75 was the max. And, I'm somewhat of a PSO tour myself. I don't know. I think I went too far in a few places. I mean, what do you do? What am I gonna do here? We'll try that. That's enough. I think we're good. Makeup. The makeup, though, we have to do that. As soon as you're done with this one. I never liked to chapter 5 because the whole castle war thing. And your old character or characters should still exist. Yeah, I found them. That was no problem there at all. I found them right. This is my character. We're just re-editing him. It gives you a chance to re-edit it with some of the new things they have. Such as this feather tattoo. It's a big upgrade from the first game. The feather tattoo. Feather tattoo. Wait, you can't use the old stuff on this? Whoa, that changes things. Okay, I'm okay with that. Are you okay with that? Wait, what's that? Is that lipstick? Cordial Rouge. Lip gloss, clear. Makeup. Snipped makeup. What? I don't know what that is, but we... Oh, wait. Clear lip gloss. Opacacy of the clear lip gloss. What is this, an oxymoron? How visible do you want to have the clear lip gloss? Alright, I think we're good. This is perfect. Alright, so who do I want to be? Steam exclusive stuff. You fell asleep, Kiba Kaiba. I did mine a re-edit too. Where's the re-edit? Thank you, Zero Hero 1. Nice Pikachu emote. Good to see it. Thanks. You're never too late to say happy birthday. Not over here, at least. Ooh, they got some new guns. I'm not going to be a Techer. Not going to be a Force. Gunner, maybe. Ranger. No. Fighter. Hunter. I am curious about the sword combat they have now. I'm assuming you could change this later. For sure. Yeah. Change your class as usual. What are you gonna do? Do I want to aura people? Aura. I'm gonna do a gunner. I'm doing gunner. This is ship 2. Whoa, look at that. New thingy. Wow. It's a new world here. New world. New world order. New world order. Ship 2. Nice. Yeah, I was on ship 2 on Japanese server too. How could I not? What's gonna happen? Is it a cutscene? Probably. I'm
Pod
dead.
909. System check. Complete.
What is this, near automata?
Status. All systems go.
Rip off. Rip off.
Commencing ejection sequence. Standby. Reaching target coordinates in 10 seconds. Confirming final landing trajectory. Error adjustment complete.
We'll see, Moltendo. I'm not.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We'll see.
Eject.
Yo, am I gonna play though? Black screen for 5 minutes. That's how you're gonna start the new game?
Hey, what's that?
New Fortnite map.
It's a meteor. It's going to land nearby. I'll go take a look.
They don't call them
Hey,
meteors
wait a
in this
minute.
world. It's way different. Way different. Getting a Monster Hunter vibe.
Oh no, it's smoking. How do you open this thing? Hello? Are you all right in
Is this Fallout 4?
there? Wait.
I'm awake. She's strong. Don't worry, Nintendo. I made my graphics ultra quality.
Oh, thank goodness. It opened. Here, take my hand.
Wow, look at that. Metal Gear Solid vibe there.
You really startled us falling out of the blue. Does anything hurt? Are you okay?
No. What did I do?
I'm Ina. And you are?
Tell her your name.
Oh, wow. That's a really nice name.
Is it?
Well, it's so nice to meet you.
Is it though? Yeah, Ultra. We can afford it. CPU's running fine. Memory's at 44%. CPU's at 28%. We're good.
Come on, I'll show you to our town.
Oh.
We can talk more there.
Is this just Genshin Impact? Bro. Dude, I'm too skinny. I run the weird. I don't like this. Who am I? Prank caller. Double jump. Sorry, there was an ant there. We got some distance to cover. Photon dash. Press directly. Yo, is this guns the dual controls right now? No shot. Wait, let me just try the K-style. Nope. Okay. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Thanks, Far From Casual. I got Krispy Kreme and New York dollar slices. Nice. I also have donuts. Yeah, I went to Dunkin' Donuts though. We don't have a Krispy Kreme around here. Or do we? Might have it. But yeah. Never been to one really.
So, first, we gotta climb up this cliff. If you get a running start, you can jump really high here.
I'm already
Give
up
it a
here.
try.
I'm already up here. Where you at? Where you at? I want to go this way. Now, imagine being Sonic. Maybe that's what the new Sonic game is. It's going to be part of PSO2 Genesis. Because it looks like the trailer a little. That Sonic trailer. Wow, good thing we didn't sprint. We would have died. Metapod?
A dolls unit? What is it doing here?
What the hell are you?
Manon!
I didn't see nothing.
A petasword, huh? I should be able to handle something like this. I'm taking it on.
What can't
What about
you handle?
you, Meteorn?
If you can handle that, what can't you handle? Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm not a sword guy.
I'll help too.
Focus on defending yourself.
I knew I should have chose a sword. The cutscene even knows it. The cutscene knows what I should have chose. Watch the enemy's movements. Okay, well, I'm a range class, so it's pretty easy. Dodge, photon arts. Usual suspects here. This sucks. This game sucks. I mean, it's good. Hmm. We did. Well, that wasn't really mind-blowing, but we'll see. Oh,
Welcome. Dad?
Dad? Papa. Can I be that guy instead?
So this is what I had that bad feeling about, huh?
I don't want to be this.
I know.
I don't want to be
Manny,
me.
You all right? Good. So, who are you? I'm Garwa. Nice to meet you. I guess if you just dropped down here, you're probably feeling kind of clueless, right?
Can I have your hair?
I know Manon's memory was pretty intact, but in your case, maybe
Rip. What are you saying?
not so much, huh? But we can talk about it when we get back to town. Aina, Manon, are you done gathering the rest of sign?
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot.
What? I have to sign something? A census? Rest sign works as a medical agent. It's a good idea to have some when you're yet hurt in battle. Restore HP. You can add things besides Resistine to your sub palette as well, such as recovery items and skills. Thingy. Okay. Take the thing. It's not working. Alright, hold on. Woo! Yo, can I change my class, dude? I want to be sword guy. I want to be sword guy, actually. Damn it.
All right, that'll do. We're going back to town now.
That'll do. Are we? I don't want to go back to town. Okay. Yes, sir. Yo, that's a town over there. I didn't know the circus was back in town. The circus is the town. Cutscene.
Well, we need to cross here. But what about you? Got any experience with gliding?
Well, I played Breath of the Wild, and also...
You gather photons, the energy in your body, into your arms and your legs.
You do that. Then jump off from here.
Okay.
Even if you screw it up, it's just the sea down there. Go on. Give it a go.
Yikes, tough teacher.
He's like Mr. Piccolo. So, every game has gliding now. Unknown. Glide. Press space and space again. Okay. Oh God, I'm sorry. Oh, we're good. I'm not gonna make it though. Hey, you okay? You can swim the rest of the way, okay? You guys can too, I guess. The water looks better. That's good. It looks like actual water now. What did it look like before? It was like blue. Is this blue? This is a graphic overhaul. CPU and memory are still good. Woo! Okay. Not that way. Okay. Sorry. I did clean it. I cleaned it before the stream. And it works now. Everything's fine. Too good. It's too good now. What a difference. It's like Final Fantasy, the one with the volleyball. What was that one? 11?
Welcome to
13.
our humble little Aleo town. I'm sure everybody here will give you a warm welcome.
It was just dust, I think, far. Just a bunch of dust in there. It adds up. It really, don't underestimate the dust. It didn't look like it was a lot, but apparently it was. It was enough to slow down the PC. If you head straight from here... Oh, I didn't read that. Okay. Hey, I'm really tall. See, they're taller. That's good. I don't want to be the tallest guy, but just about there. Gamer. Head to Garora's house. Garora's. Just like our love. What you on about? Enough of that. No, Aventesta, enough of that.
This is my place.
The love
Come on
of
in.
the stream. Then yeah. Don't make it weird now.
Well,
We're just
like I
acquaintances. Okay?
I'm Garawa. I'm the leader of this town.
Alright.
This here's Aina, my daughter.
That's me.
And over there is Manon.
A pleasure.
First of all, you're probably wondering where in the world you are.
Yeah. Actually,
Let's start with the planet.
not really.
We call this one Halpha,
This is another planet.
and this is a town on that planet.
I've been on
called
I've been
Aliotown.
a bunch of planets.
It's a pretty small place, though, as you can see. To the north of here is Halpha's largest city, named Central City.
It's a good name.
Central City is the seat of Halpha's government and economy. I'm sure you'll have the chance to visit it at some point.
Circus planet.
And then, there are the dolls. The ones you just fought were the smaller class of
What?
them.
The smaller
Hetasaurs,
class.
they're called. And let me tell you, us Halfans have been at war with these dolls for a very long
It's like
time.
that Tom Cruise
How long,
movie.
you ask? Well, let's see.
Couple years.
They say it's been over 500 years.
Wow.
There you go. But
There
we
you go.
still don't understand
There
very
you
much
go.
about them, though, I'm afraid.
What? After all that time?
Why do they attack us? Where do they come from?
You don't even know? 500 years?
We really have no idea. About
Imagine
the
being
only
at
thing
war
we do know for sure is
for that long.
the dolls are our sworn enemy. I guess you could say they're just one big mystery to us. Kinda like you Meteorn. Meteorn is what we call people like you. The folks who show up here on Halpha from space in those landing pods.
All right.
Manon here is also a Meteorn. She dropped down on that little island about half a year ago. And now she lives with us. Meteorn, dolls, we don't know where either of you come from, or even why you come here.
Is she
For
held
some
against her
reason,
will?
Meteorn all seem to arrive here with no memory of their past. You too, right?
I remember everything.
Once in a while, there are exceptions, though. Like Manon here.
The only difference between me and the other Meteorn is that I still have a few fragments of knowledge left.
Manon is really smart. She knows so much about machines. She even helps me with my studies.
There are some people who have the theory that both the dolls and Meteorn probably come from the same place. But whether that's true or not, I can say with confidence that you Meteorn are our friends.
What?
You guys have been our allies for a long time. Of that, there is no doubt. Anyway, I guess that's enough of a lecture for today. I'll send everything we just talked about to your mag. That thing floating next to you is a mag, by the way. Your mag is much more advanced than the ones we have.
What?
That's another unique thing about you Meteorn. But we'll go into more detail on that later. Hey, are you hungry?
I'm hungry.
All right, let's get our grub on then.
Destiny 2.
Why don't you take a look around the town while we get it ready?
What? I can help, you know. I can cook too. A lot of influences. That lean though. What if I don't want to lean? I bet everyone's eager to chat with you. Don't be shy now. They don't bite. They just bite your ear off. They talk for years. Woo! Her name is Deli. Deli. Dolly? Hey, out for a stroll around town, are we? Everyone here's really nice, so you're feeling at home in no time. No time at all. Neska. I really wish I would chat. I could chat to Aina more, but I can't even approach her with Garoa's in eye shot.
See ya.
Alright, that's enough. That's enough talking. No more talking. No more questions. Hi.
Hey there.
Hey, you're the Meteorn from earlier, right? I'm Rawl. Nice to meet you. Me, I just finished getting the training targets all sorted out. You can give them a go if you'd like. Training targets? What if I don't want them? No choice. First off, do you know how to use lock-on targets, though? Yeah. Yep. I can't believe they make people do this. I guess they don't have faith that people played this one. But you really had your eyes on the prize. Well then, how about a sidestep strike next? Attack while you dodge. All right. Oh, yep. Got it. It's all the sidestep strike. Task achieved. Nicely done. There's no doubt you're a true metronome. I mean, a Meteorn. Looking forward to see how you perform in the future. Okay.
Hey there.
Well. Talk to that guy. Next mission. Why? What are you wearing? How are you finding the town? Everyone here is real nice. I'm sure you'll be settled in no time. Don't know if you've heard, but enemies have been turning up on this beach a lot recently. As a result, everyone's dying. I mean, no one has been able to take it easy to fish here. So I have a request. Could you take out the enemies? It can double up as training. I'll teach you all about all sorts of ways to attack, and you can test them out on some live targets. All right, I guess. First, we've got a new way to use photon arts. Listen up and give it a go. Store up your photons in your body, and then let it all out. Do it right, and you'll unleash more powerful photon art. Charge it up and let it all out. The longer you charge up, the more potent the photon art will be. Charge it. Hold it. Okay. Okay. That's not new, though. You can do that with other things. Can I always do that? My bullets have no effect. Should it shows the other class. Got him. Got him. Yep, we're done. When you're low on photons inside your body, you might not be able to use your photon arts. When that happens, just wait a little. Wait a while and let the photons build up again. If you're not patient type, you can attack enemies without using photon arts to build up your photons quicker, too. Next, I'm going to cover how to switch between different attacks quickly. Listen up and try to do as I say. Open the pallet with shift held down. Back pallet. Pallet. Yep. Held down back pallet. I did it. Oh. Where'd he go? He's dead. Great work. Whoa. Those were some nice moves. Your recent Meteor, Manon included, are really quick on the uptake. Whenever you learn a new photon art, be sure to apply what you've learned here to it. Here you go. Here you go. Just make sure you're in top shape. Just to make sure. I got one rest assigned. Hope you'll put everything I've taught you to good use out there. Sir, what are you doing? Sir, is that Mega Man? James, the unlikely hero, welcome. Nice squats. Yeah, he's doing some squats. That's what he's doing. He's pretending to lift a box.
How you doing?
Whoa. Listen, we're just teacher, student, okay? Professional here. You gotta hold yourself. Talk to Barry. Talk to Barry. Hey. Hey. This here's my field. Was gonna welcome you to take any and as many vegetable as you like. But the truth is, the enemy have been coming and wrecking the place recently. They're not that tough, but they're getting bolder. Heck, it has been 500 years. I can feel them peering out from the shadows of the trees as we speak. I have a favor to ask of you. Could you get rid of them for me? It's been 500 years. I mean, help me out here. It'd be a great chance to see what you're capable of, too. You know, 500 years, you couldn't do it yourself? Come on, bro. They're getting bolder after all this time. Defeat the enemies. Let me give you a little fighting advice. You've heard of the weapon actions, haven't you? There are special skills that differ between weapons. Hey, I'm about to enter combat. You're watering the plants. Use the right skills to get the upper hand in battle. Your twin machine guns, press that to stylish attack. Stylish dodge. Stylish dodge. Okay. Defeat the enemies, destroying the fields. Okay. How many years? 500 years plus. Who am I? This is game of the year. You got all of them. I really can't thank you enough. I'm gonna send you a mountain of vegetables. Least I can do to show my gratitude. My gratitudes. I'll give you some Ragastine, Resticine. That stuff will fix you right up. Oh, I just remembered. Someone wanted to speak with you. An Arcs defender by the name of Bozy. You should find him in the front of the fountain. Okay. Think this is funny? Well, of course it is. Woo! Where's it all leading to? Where is it leading to? What's up? Oh, it's you. What's that? You heard I was looking for you? That's right. I wanted to give you a welcome gift, although I wasn't quite sure what'd be good for you. Then I thought of something awesome, but I can't remember where I stashed it away. I remember putting it in an item container a while ago, but as far as which one, I just can't picture it. Sorry, I know this is a bit of Fox Pass, but could you help me find it? Find the thing. Okay, containers, different colors. Got it. Faux pas. There it is. Ah, that's the one. I'm so glad you could find it. What? You seriously can't tell what that is? It's armor I've kept around for such an occasion. I've kept it in top condition, so it shouldn't give you any problems. Armor. So go ahead and equip it already, you fool. Okay. Yo. Okay. Did it. Yo, it's gonna teach us everything from the beginning here. Return to the guy's house. I can't move. Good, you're properly equipped. If you get armor elsewhere, make sure you equip it. Remember that, or else you will die a terrible death. Yep. Have you had a good look around town already? If you'd had your fill for now, it's probably best to head back to Garoa's place. Right now. How are you talking to me? Faux pas. Faux pas pas. Faux pas pas. I mean, what's there to look at? People are just hanging out. It's a town. Oh. There were cones. I'm going to your house. Which I'm on ship 2. The second one. The second ship.
Hey, you're back. I bet you're tired. Why don't you take it easy here for a while?
We just started, though. Our rest sounds good.
Great. I'll go check on the preparations. Make yourself at home, okay?
Preparation H? I might need some of that, too. I can't move. Okay. What ship are you on, James? If I may ask. The ship. Ship.
Ready for refreshments? It's nothing special, but we put a little something together.
What
It's
do you
a
got?
long-standing Halfin custom to offer the warmest welcome we can to our Meteorn guests. Come on, follow me.
That's kind of sus. You sussy baka. Good things come in threes. Can't argue with that. If I could do it again, I would choose ship 4.
We got a pretty big turnout to welcome you to Alio Town. Almost everybody in town.
The voices.
Here's some for you. Well,
So
are
many
you ready,
voices.
everybody? Introduce yourself.
What happened?
A toast to our new friend. Cheers!
That's not my name. My name's not Cheers. Don't you wanna go where everybody knows your name?
Beautiful here, don't you think?
Not really. I've had better.
No, I really love this place. I want to make damn sure no
Whoa.
harm ever comes to these good people.
Watch your language.
Ark's defenders.
Look at that.
They're the warriors who do battle with the dolls. Both me and Manon are full Ark's defenders. But Aina over there is still an apprentice.
Still a rookie.
You know, before I showed up to that battle back there, it looked like you were pretty evenly matched with that Pettis sword. Arks could use more good fighters.
What do you
I,
say?
for one, think you'd make a great addition to the Arks team. But look, I don't need an answer right away. See how you like it here, and give it some good thought.
That guy has cool
Listen.
pants.
Why don't we call it a night?
Can I have your Can I just be you? What the? Nani the frick? Independence Day. Yeah, that rock like hit someone.
Are you injured?
Thank you, Manon.
Thank you, man. It's a giant hole.
Not good. Looks like the ones earlier were just scouts.
Is that Thanos? Oh my god, they found me.
Dad!
I don't know how, but they found me. Run for it, Marty!
Dolph, we're under attack! Everybody!
No crap.
At the ready! Hurry!
Captain Obvious. Hurrah! They're dead. There's no shot. We're all gonna die. Where's my gun? I'm a gunner, guys. Okay. The game's like, nope. You're a swordsman in the cutscenes. Okay. And you're gonna like it. Give it a sec.
They're coming! Protect the town!
Hold up. Okay. It's like, what's that movie called? With Tom Cruise, where he goes back in time all the time. I don't remember. Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow. I'm winning. The enemy's thinning out. Thinning out. Let's keep doing it. Doing the thing. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, you don't have to wait for an animation anymore. Or you can charge and dash? Nope. I have no PP. What? That area of effect. Did I win? What do you think happens when you die? Oh, we're good. Can I be you? That's not good.
What the hell is that?
Giant laser. Laser
Item.
beam.
Take these two and run to the northern caves.
Where is it? Oh, to the north?
But Dad!
Look, we'll just get in the way here, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Aina, let's go.
But wait. I can't.
Uh-oh.
Come on. You two.
Go!
Escape to the cave. The cave is up the slope. Let's go. It's the Swords of Revealing Light. I always hated triangles. They always attack cities and stuff. I want to increase the music. It's low. Do we have some time for that? Here we go. Here we go. Make it all 100. Surround sound. Focus. I did it. Oh god, oh god. They can't hit us. They're firing swords at a 500-meter range when their maximum range is 400 meters. Why can't I type? Why? Stop doing. Okay, wait, what? Why? Stop typing. Stop typing. Why is it always typing? No! Stop typing. Oh, it's direct chat. Why is that under? Okay. Sorry about that. Oh. I was trying to be cool. Ow. We can't die. We can't die. Ow. How are you supposed to dodge that? Direct chat. We're good. I figured it out.
Dad!
He's fine. Oh god. He's probably gonna turn evil, watch. He's gonna turn evil. Oh no.
I didn't think it would be.
Final Flash! Jeez. I think he's dead. I think he died. No, he stopped. The robot. Where's the robot? We can salvage that. Scapegoat. Scapedoll. What a movie. I'm chilling. How you guys doing? This is fun, right? This is fun. It is late though. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. We out here. We're doing it.
Oh, good. You're back. Are you okay?
I was fine a second ago.
The good news is that the Mag's body scan feature isn't showing any injuries.
Well, then it's wrong, because I'm hurting. I am in pain. Wake up, samurai. We have a village to... Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
I still can't believe any of this.
Believe it. It happened. Was that a B? Where's Aina? That's the most logical question here. We already know what happened. We know what happened to Gorora. Where's Aina, though? She was with us.
Aina was
Aina.
hurt pretty badly. Some ARX defenders from Central City came and took her to the medical bay a little while ago.
Okay. Where's Gorora?
Some ARX defenders from Central City were searching for him a little while ago. They haven't found any survivors yet.
What happened?
We got hit by that huge dolls attack.
I know.
It looks
know.
like we were unconscious for a while. The dolls are gone now.
Why does it make you
But
ask
it
that?
looks like Aleo Town has been completely...
Well, not completely.
Well, I guess we can't just stay here forever. We should get going to Central City, too.
We should stay here forever, actually. Oh man, what a story. I'm on my tippy toes right now. Well. Suspenseful, truly. Load times are impressive. There we are. It's like a dime. On a dime. We can't go there. Oh yeah, it is pretty much destroyed, huh? Yeah. Okay. The enemies are scattering. Take them out with a dash attack. They're not scattering. They're just enjoying life right now. They're not doing anything. Why must we kill them? Okay. How to do it? Oh, it looks like an apple floating next to me. I'm all dashing. That's fine. Take it. Yeah, this is Destiny 2 now. The enemy has a tough exterior. While pressing space in midair, dive attack. What? Oh, I didn't see that thing. I can't do that with a sword, with a gun though. Oh. I'm level 2 now. Okay. Our notification will display when we dodge. Dodge. Nani? Maybe it has to be during a battle. Hey, what? Oh, we have to kill the enemies. Damn. Oh, it's a thing. How you supposed to dodge that? I can't see that coming. Why won't you die? Do I have to do that? I did it. Did I not do it there? What the heck? He won't, I can't even attack him anymore. Huh? Lag. Looks like that was the only one. As you're fighting those other guys. I guess you mean the tentacle monsters, sure. Destiny 2 vibes for sure. A little bit. Got some Halo in there.
That's Central City, over there.
Oh, that's a moose right here, though.
Let's go.
Look at this thing. That's a moose. Dinosaur thing. What the frick? Let's talk about that. I don't attack him. He's peaceful. Ride like the wind. Log out. Just log out. Nice moose. Okay. What's up, Charlie boy? Welcome. You don't have enough energy. Ahoy. Ahoy. Welcome. Hope you're doing awesome. We're playing PSO2 New Genesis. We are still in the intro of the game. Okay, so you have like a daytime meter. Open world? Is it really open world? I heard about it. No shot. Let's just head to the city. I'm good, I'm good. Hangover? There was none. There was no hangover. There was none. Okay. Luckily.
You two are from Alio Town, isn't that right?
Maybe
And
there
you
was
are?
a little bit of a hangover.
My name's Ran. I'm an operator for Central City.
How can people just call
Our
you
city leader, Crawford, would like to have a few words with the two of you.
Crawford?
Crawford.
That's never a good name.
Please go through the gate there and proceed to the tower just ahead of you.
That's always like a bad guy who runs the city.
We'll escort. Come on.
Crawford. Oh, donut hangover. Can't get hungover if you're still eating donuts. I ate some donuts today. I ate a couple of them. They're pretty good. So this is Central City, huh? This reminds me of PSU, actually. A little bit. Salon staff. Item trader. Some person walking around. Class counter. Come back when you have more experience. I want to change my class. Is that Magneton?
At the tower, please take the teleporter to the command room.
It's Magnemite. Magma. Oh, it's over here. Mayor of New York, Governor of New York. What? What? Sorry, I'm not. I'm still getting ready. Personal shop. Oh. I was thinking more like The Walking Dead. I think they had a guy named Crawford who was evil or something. The mayor. Was the mayor Crawford? I don't think there's a mayor with the name Crawford. as far as I know. Spoilers. I'm not sure. I think it is. I think it was. It's a 50-year-old game. 50 years old. You asked, man. You asked. I mean, I feel like a Power Ranger. Is that Millie Thompson?
I'm very happy to see the two of you.
Yeah,
I'm Crawford.
You're definitely
the
evil.
leader of
I can
Central
tell.
City.
You're evil.
Manon, right?
You're
I've
evil.
already been informed about you.
He's Griffith.
I mean, they told me about... Well, I heard you had difficulties, to say the least. I'm so glad the two of you managed to survive. So very glad.
Wait,
Okay.
what about Aina?
She's being treated in the medical bay. But don't worry. I hear it's not critical. It's been half a day since she was brought in. She should be starting to feel better soon, I hope.
Go on. Don't stop now. That's cool, Charlie boy. I'm glad you're liking it. That's awesome.
Aina, you're okay?
I'm totally fine.
Don't push yourself, though.
Thank you, Crawford. You guys too.
We didn't do anything.
You came to check on me, didn't you? That means a lot to me. And what about my dad?
Uh,
I see. What kind of dolls unit could have been too much for even my dad?
that did not fit
We're
what she did
Still
there.
looking into it. But we believe it just might be another doll species named Dark Falls. Dark Falls was the cause of a near extinction level catastrophe over all of Halpha 100 years ago, too.
I think that was
Apparently,
PSO.
it was able to easily wipe out the capital city at the time. If the dolls unit you encountered really is Dark Falls, then that means there's absolutely no time to lose. We have to start preparing our forces as soon as possible. And
Go on.
And what?
well, you three are the only ones who have ever actually seen Dark Falls. So, I believe Arx could really use your help fighting it. I know it's a lot to ask after what you just went through, but your aid would be invaluable.
I'm in. Yes. In fact, I really want to fight Dark Falls. I want to defeat it so nothing like that ever happens again.
Aina.
And you two?
All right, Avantesta. The tongue. My character was born that way. Okay. Dark Falls. If you guys don't know, Dark Falls is basically like Frieza, I guess. He's like one of the main bad guys or something. What will you do, Manon? What will you do?
I'll join in too.
Manon.
Oh, Manon.
Thank you, all.
So, what do we do now?
First, we'll need your help preparing for the next attack. And, of course, when Dark Falls actually does show up.
That's when we fight.
But, for the moment, you should rest. Ran, are rooms ready for them?
Yes, I've prepared 3 rooms.
It's like Mega Man.
Good. I want you three to consider yourselves citizens of Central City from now on. When you get a minute, I'd like you all to check your mags. You should be registered as Arx Defenders now. Your mags will also act as your room keys. Feel free to take a break anytime you need to.
No.
And we can talk about all the rest tomorrow. I sent your room locations to your mags. Now, I want you all to take it easy for the rest of the day.
No. I don't remember, Charlie boy. I think you have to charge. Exclamation mark charge,
Oh,
maybe?
they're right near here. Let's go take a look.
Can I not lean when I stand still? Do I have any option on that? Because you should. I heard about what happened. Sounds like things got rough out there. Yeah, a lot of people died, okay? People died. We're not going to use the streets like normal people. Okay.
Wow, this is really nice.
Cutscene. There's no one here, though. Where's everybody?
Aina,
Yes?
Holy buttocks.
you okay?
Totally. Why do you ask?
She seems off. Coping. She's coping.
Sorry, I'm just not very good at reading people.
She knows something's up, though. She actually is good at reading people. She's good.
Don't be silly, Manon. It means a lot that you care.
Manon. Oh, Manon. What about
We
me?
three need to look out for each other, you know?
Oh.
Right, Manon?
Manon?
That Dolls unit. Or Dark Falls. We just have to beat it. The three of us together, okay?
I mean, okay. I mean, he's been beaten like 50 times already. I don't know what's... Another time's gonna help. But yeah, we'll do that. Sure. What the heck is that emote? Nifa pick. Multiplayer will unlock once you complete the prologue story quests. In areas with multiplayer is possible, you can communicate with others and fight in parties up to 4 people. Please mind your manners, or else you will be banned. Okay. Don't act sus. Hey, I didn't answer your phone call.
Did you get some rest?
No.
Well, right off the bat, I have a big request for you. There are some basic skills I need you to acquire if you're going to fight these dolls.
Already got him.
We have a great instructor at Cocoon, our top flight training facility. He can teach you everything you need to know. Head over there when you're fully prepared. And good luck.
Thanks, buddy. Cocoons are a type of training facilities called trainia that exist in every area. Each cocoon has its own clear conditions. Upon achieving them, you will receive skill points. Some cocoons can only be accessed once you meet certain conditions. How tall are you? About 6'3", 6'2", 6'4". One of those, maybe. It's been a while since I've measured. Maybe I got smaller.
Good to see you.
Maybe I got taller.
Please, take this.
I haven't measured in a long time.
Been waiting for you.
Hey, what up?
Give it all we got.
Dailies. Rewards. Yo, what up, though? Alright, so we're in ship 2. The first thing I read was sad face. Friend. Where's everybody? Where are they all hanging out? Let's see. I hear them. There's a cat. A kitty cat. Is this radiation or something? Oh, I see them on the map. Wow. Look at this place. This is like PSU again. Now it feels like an MMO. Oops, I'm trying to take screenshots here. Guess your height? 5'8". Because I think that's like the most common one. Yo, there's a giant swordfish. 2 of them. So that's like the best bet. 5'8". Come back. Come back later. Stop. Too many people here.
Yoo-hoo!
Head to the cocoon, first step. So, people are just chilling here, huh? People, there's no level 99s. Not yet. I'm surprised. People. Pog, indeed. That's pretty much a ghost. There you go. Oh, it is like Warframe, huh? Exploration sectors are tranquil areas of various flora and fauna live. When moving to an exploration sector, a green icon will be displayed next to the sector name to distinguish it. Few enemies safely gather materials. Group enemies. Okay. Head to the cocoon. Head to the cocoon. Yeah, Warframe. Lizard Frey. Have you met Lizard Frey yet? Lower a little bit. There's a lot of enemies. What are they talking about? Are you dead? Why? He's just running away. Is that Spyro the Dragon? I was just saying about it. Charlie Boy, try typing ! Charge? Otherwise, I don't remember. That's an ancient technology. If you hit escape. I did it. I kind of missed PSO2, the original one. We can go back. We can go back. The socials options open now? I would assume so. Add. Arc. I can do Arc search. That's how you add people. I'm assuming. ID. Crap. One. It's one hit. Oh no. I had one hit there for a second. I saw that. Could be lag. Could be lag though.
There you are.
Hey, Dozer.
My name's Dozer.
Yeah.
I'm Crawford's lieutenant.
Okay. All right.
I'm kind of the Ark's jack of all trades, heading up the war against the Dolls.
Well, look
Crawford
at
asked me
you.
to put you through your paces a bit. See what you got.
Okay. Well, it's still early to team up, though. You've been playing for 4 hours. I just started. I'd rather not team up right now, personally, because yeah, it's still the tutorial basically. Okay, let's start. Cocoons are a place where Ark's defenders learn basic skills. Teleporter thing. That's true. As you wish, Milton. As you wish. But yeah, I'd rather not play together. It's still the tutorial missions. First, break the training targets. All right. Is this guns too? You should be able to wall jump. I feel like it's needed here. Wait, did I just do it? Or is that double jump? Can't tell. Can't tell. What's that? Press space while dashing. Turn a wall kick. Jumping over the wall in front of you. Press shift while space while jumping. WASD while jumping against the wall. I think I did it there. There is wall jumping. You can only do it once. WASD. Well done. Try doing more. Photon slide. Press shift while double jumping. Press hold space. What? Yeah, true. Just hold it. Got it. Okay. Okay, use everything you've learned so far to proceed. I'm just double jumping, but okay. Clear before 5 minutes. Oh crap. Get all the point cubes. I have 7 out of 10. Wait. Bruh. It's finally time to learn Photon Blast. Oh, so you get that right away. Powerful attack. Add to your sub-palette. When you select the slot, you want something to appear. Add it. Once it's added, close the menu. It's full activated. Okay. Get yourself ready. Sub-palette. Yeah. Okay. Diving attack. Simplified movement. Good, you're ready. Now hit the training target with the Photon Blast. I wasn't ready, but yeah. Cubes are mad delayed. A lot of people playing. Good. You made that look easy. That's all for today. You can exit via the finish point ahead. Cocoon quest cleared. Perfect. It's perfect. A new record. Skill points. You can learn class skills. Return to the field. Yeah. The hype train. Yo. It's a whole new world. It's crazy, actually. This doesn't feel real. This is basically PSO3 in a way. I mean...
Okay, hold up.
Not really. What?
I'm done.
Me too.
Good work. Okay, at ease.
So you were doing the same training as us, huh?
All three of you have natural talent. I don't think you should have any problem taking on the dolls. Aina, your score was just as good as R2 Meteorn here.
What? Really?
She's
I've got
determined.
A good feeling about this team.
All right, Dozer.
I think we could even have you out there fighting pretty soon. I'll let Crawford know the good news.
Dozer, I'd hug you, but I'd be afraid of
Now, let's go take those dolls out.
getting electrocuted or
Oh,
something.
One last thing. We have these facilities all over Halpha. Each one has different training programs available, so you can work on all the various skills.
The Alpha Planet.
Make good use of them. You'll need all the training you can get.
Wow. Says you. PS2 again. Better looking graphic.
Looks like my timing was impeccable. Could you join me in the command room? I'll be waiting.
The rain. Wow, look at this game. Look at it. Now that's pretty. Oh. Oh. Okay. What are these things? Head back to town. I feel like there should be mounts or something. A motorcycle. The trees have blue things on them. Futuristic. Another planet. They still have these wood signs. My inventory's full. That's good. What's this? What is that? Is that a Pidgey? Die. Southwest. 9 miles southwest of South City. Class counter. Oh god. Hello, I like Meseta. Oh god. Symbol arts. We must take be careful here. I need to disable it. Did you disable symbol arts, Miltendo? On your stream? So anyway, I started blasting. Not yet. There it is. Yeah, it's about to get, it's getting there. It's escalating. What? I still see him. Oh, that might be like a pre-made one. We're dead. What's Let's get out of here. Apple juice. Seven. Teleportation. Yeah, it's a shame we have to do that. But, must do what we have to do, I guess. So we don't get banned. That lag, though. I can still hear them.
Hi.
Hello, thank you for coming. I was thinking that of the three of you still have much to learn about this place. It's like the Justice League soundtrack. Especially for you, having only just arrived on Halpha. I imagine you must have a lot of questions. I've asked the operators to offer you their support in this matter. Please speak with them to hear the details.
That's right.
That's right. How about you start off by speaking with Liu Lin? Main task is a task. That's main. Orange task marker. Main task. That's true. That is very true. Lin. It's nice to meet you. I'm Liu Lin. Let's get right to it. I believe you've already set foot in our first cocoon, but I'd like to go into some detail about searching for cocoons. First off, let's begin by going over Ryuker devices. I've sent some location data over to your mag, so please make your way there. Ryuker devices allow you to teleport, use the food stand, or open storage. Among Us. You can instantly move to the things. Obelisks. Wow. Symbol art. I have none. I used to have some cool one. Men, there will come a day when Alotian Plateau is not laggy and we can level, but it's not this day. And gee, it's kind of trash. Play ERBS. You can log out and do PSO2 now. Let's see what else is on. Looks like you found one. The Ryuker device is a type of teleporter. You could find them scattered everywhere. Device personal data automatically registered. Devices predate our records, and how they work exactly remains unknown. Your personal data should be automatically registered. You said that already. Mags have a handy function called active sonar for finding things like Ryuker devices and cocoons. I've sent over some new location data. Okay. Yeah. Thingy, search the thing. True. They search for it, yes. Well, head to the thing. East. Ryuker D at the Halalfana East. I feel like you should have like some sort of automobile or something. Does anybody walk or run anymore? What's this? Friend request from PNA. Ah, I hope, I think, is that you, Nintendo? Is that you? I don't know who that is, but I'm accepting it.
Emergency announcement. We have confirmed the presence of powerful dolls in the vicinity of the Aleo region.
Oh, darn.
Arch defenders, please prepare for deployment.
Oh, that's an emergency quest. Raise your battle power above the designated level, preparing appropriate equipment, and head to the objective point once you're ready. You can confirm the operation. Oh, you had to like walk there now? You linked up with a Ryuko device, you should be able to find cocoons in the same manner. While observing your mag's reaction, please make your way to the specified cocoon. You can instantly move to the thingy or the world map. True. We got plenty of time though, right? That doesn't start for a while. So there's 30 people in the server right now out of 32. That's what it says there. What's up, Mugen Style? Welcome. Good evening. Good to have you. What's going on? Playing Guns 3. Guns 3. Do I go that way or that way? I'm going to the EQ. Maybe not. Yeah, we'll go. Let's go here. Let's go venture. Yeah, people around here. It's really laggy. Naturally. But it's not that bad. Considering, you know, this is the day of release for this. Quest acceptance menu. Available in 13 minutes. Yeah, it's... we should be ready for it. I don't want to not be there when it starts. Oh my. What the heck? Has it already started? Oh my god. You're dead. I'm okay. Everyone's dying. I don't have any moon atomizers. Event. The main task is too good. Congratulations, Mugen Style. That's awesome. Congratulations on graduating high school. It's no easy feat. I don't think we can win against this guy. Oh my god. Level 15. Okay. Thanks, Nintendo. Gotcha. I got you. Ow. What a beautiful day. Ah! It is free to play. It is on Steam. I think it's on PS4. I think it's on Xbox One as well. I'm not sure about the Switch. I'm not sure about that. PlayStation Vita. Huh. Oh, I have a rifle this whole time. Take that. People are dying. I have to get some moon atomizers later. Or maybe that's what that is. I might have some already. Yep. Ooh, stylish. Am I hitting him? I missed. That was cool though. Oh god. I might not be able to be killed until it starts the event officially. Release day though, this is a cool vibe. I like this. I'm trying to take some screenshots. Oops. I'm pressing F12 though. F12 usually is the screenshot button though. I think it might have taken it though. Someone put a weak marker. It's a big deal. Gotta get out of there. Oh. F12 don't want to work sometimes, huh? Oh, these guys are level 9 and stuff. We're fresh out of the box here. Crap. So how much more time until he dies? Wait, alright, so 3 minutes. Oh no! That was close. 3 minutes and then he might die. It might be official. The battle will officially start. I wonder if that's how that works. We are shooting him a lot. Powerful dolls. That's not a doll though. This might not even be like, this is just some random creature here. Not good. I don't think he's dying, to be honest. Oh my god. Always moves, bro. Where'd he go? There he is. Oh my god. I don't have any escape dolls at all. Uh-oh. That was weird. At least it didn't disconnect. What would be worse? Lagging eternally or disconnecting?
Attention all Arx defenders. We are beginning a counter-offensive against dolls appearing in the alien
Oh god.
region. We request the participation
We're gonna
of
need
all
a bigger
Arx
boat.
defenders.
You can't even kill this thing, dude. Is he the boss? Quest cannot be accepted as the requirements have not been met. Damn. This has all been a waste of time. Is this guy ever gonna die though? I don't think so. I don't think he's dying anytime soon. I'm just gonna leave. Probably can't even equip whatever he drops anyway. We'll get there. I think it's him right there. Evil Angelo. That's lag though. Oof. There you go. Okay. See, we can kill stuff now. It's fun. The rifle misses more than the pistols. Ironic. It's a griffin with an afro. Got it. This thing doesn't die either. It's level 1. Monster Hunter. I see. Wow, there's a lot of crazy creatures out there, huh? There's Fortnite. We made it. We're here. The world doesn't feel that empty there. Start it. A different loading screen type. Visualizer. Oh, this looks like the, something. Enhanced enemies are equipped with components called enhancers. Attacks will be a better, stronger, faster. I think, yep, destroy the thing first. It's like Soul Worker, that's what it's like. Those challenge modes. Challenge rooms. 1100 battle power. Activate the teleporter. I like how it looks like an actual teleporter, like an actual object. That's cool. I'm teleporting. It takes 30 seconds. Defeat the Peta's sword. Lag. This is lag. Good old lag. What? Okay. I see you before you even hear, man. You ain't nothing, bro. I'm shoot. Okay, I got it. Bad idea. There's gotta be an easier way to switch weapons instead of scrolling. Like one, I was trying to press one to switch. Maybe to hold one, but one's heal. He's dead. Cleared. What are you talking? What are you on about, Nesbit? Clear all the side missions. Whoops. We're just one off from perfect. What are you talking about? Gastropods. Slugs and snails are the largest group of mollusks, comprising more than 80% of the living mollusk species. They're also the most diverse group of animals. Are clams animals? Or aren't they crustaceans? Or sea fish? Sea life? Is that defined as animals? In terms of form, habitat, and behaviors. New Exodus. New Leviticus. What the heck? Yeah, whatever you said. This person's dead over here. This person's just on the ground. Are you okay? What happened to them? Please return to Central City. Shitty. You gain experience in cocoons. You can return quickly. This person's actually dead. That's funny. Oh, I see. It's scanning it. Leviticus Charybdis. Teleportation. What's in my storage? It's an inventory. Where's storage though? Press and hold. That's cool.
Thanks for stopping by.
Change class, choose different class. Skills. I forgot to mention this earlier, but there's a recommended skill for each class. For gunners, I recommend chain trigger and chain boost. They excel at aerial mobility, dealing high damage from both close and medium range. Chain trigger attacks the thingy. Boost. Okay. Please confirm the detail. There it is. There it all. It's all there. The PP. What? Overwhelm. And increased PP recovery. Slow landing. How many points I got? 2. Sprite shot. A gauge buildup by attacks fire close up. Range shotgun blast. Can only be used with assault rifle. Ranger. Blight rounds. Skill points total, so I can use it for any class. Hold up. Hunter. Ooh. Fighter. Ooh. Tough call. Fighter has a lot of cool swords too. Imagine just changing classes.
Come by anytime.
Bruh, now I'm level 1 though. This is no good. I don't even have hunter weapons. Fighter. What we got? Nope, nothing. Nobody's selling nothing.
See you later.
Yeah. Still getting ready. How dare you? Item shop.
Welcome.
Knuckles. The sword though looks cool though too. 5,000. How much do I have? 6,000. Well. Tough call.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. More power, more stronger. I'm just gonna stick with a gunner for now.
Come by anytime, okay?
Since I'm already leveled. Couple. Oh crap.
Thanks for stopping by. Come by anytime, okay?
Okay. Oops.
Thanks for stopping by.
What do you want me to do here? Through story to complete the main task A. Reach level 10. Oh yeah. I guess I'll get chain trigger then. Chain boost. Quick reload. After chain finisher, boost is triggered depending on the size of the chain. Reuse time will be shortened. Chain boost. After chain finisher, weapons actions will change. Attack speed. While consume high potency attack, pressing the PA button will consume PP to perform a high potency attack. Stylish roll. Spread shot. Expend a gauge buildup. Performing weapon actions without any directional input will turn into an advancing rush. I don't know. How did it go? Did you manage to learn one? You didn't try to go against my recommendations, did you? We talk about learning class skills, but in truth only partial knowledge of how to use them is transferred to your memory. Continued training is required before you can really master one. Try to get your body used to them gradually over time. I've sent some resources over to your inventory, to some weapons and passes related to class skills. Storage. Yep. With both classes of weapons are always some suit certain people. Please find a style that suits you. Phew, I don't usually talk this much, so I'm pretty beat. Well, that's all for me. From me. Looking forward to working with you and more in the future. Oh, now they gave me all the swords that I just bought. It seems Leo Lin is done, so next up is me. I'll be waiting for you.
Come by anytime, okay?
Talk to that person. They really just gave me all the items I just bought. They really did that. It's fantastic. Truly. Is that it? Spread shop. Where's chain trigger? Chain trigger. Where is that? It's gone. Unless, I don't know. Oh, there you are. My name is Oranji. Shall we begin?
Hey.
You're not used to the food stand yet, have you? Fruits and vegetables that you find in the field are obtained by gathering materials. Meat can be obtained from creatures called tames. They're relatively docile. Attacking them will cause them to flee or charge at you. Defeat them before they can get away. You can take collected gathering materials to a food stand or Ryokure device to turn them into quick foods, which temporarily boosts your abilities. Of course, Arcs defenders need weapons and armors to fight, but good old regular food is just as important. Eating well-balanced meals will mean you're in the best condition to face dolls. And good food starts with gathering good ingredients. Better pizza. That's right. How about some Tame's meat? Tame's the creature that we just read about. Here you go. Who kill? Okay. We already seen them before. Okay. This is a fetch quest or something. It's part of the story, though. Yeah, I saw them on the way here. We've already met them. We're friends with them, really. We have an alliance, but okay. Okay, so when, like, there's an emergency quest now, it's like the whole world is affected. Look at this. The skies are red. That's cool. And mark the location. This is where I could probably switch classes. I don't know, it's fine. It's fine. Where's that chain trigger, though? What? I don't meet the requirements? Where's running? I think I got him, but he ran away. Too powerful. There's a campsite here. Some sort of thing. Item received from Datapod. Arcs can increase their defense short period of time by chowing down on quick food made with vegetables. The chain. Okay, the chain's active. What's this? Now what? We have to get the meat. Okay. Kind of tougher than I thought. We'll see. We can get some. Okay. What's that? Oh, it's owls. Or that thing too, I guess. There's something here. A lot of lag. What was that? Monotite. What up? Level 1 Moobell. I kill it. Cooldown. I didn't get any meat from that though. Got no meat. They disappear. What is that? What is that crap? Incredible. Next gen. I mean, these owls are easy to kill. die. Shoot the owl. Oh. Lag. That was fun. The level 1 field world boss. Cool. That does sound fun. I gotta get me one of those. I need one more meat. Not dropping it. He had no meat on him. Can you believe it? The one thing you think an animal would have when you kill it. No meat at all. Yeah, that's it, dude. That was fun for the first 5 minutes. Then it got a little old after 20 minutes. Had to leave. Don't run. Looks like you've obtained some tame's meat. In which case, bring it over to the food stand in Central Tower. Hand over your ingredients to the food stand and they'll whip up something good or something. You talk too fast. Read faster. Food staff Franmare. Somuna. Central City is a key location in our fight against the dolls. Plenty of ARC's defenders have gathered here, so please reach out and coordinate with them.
If you'll excuse me. Welcome.
So let's make, what are we making? What do we have to make?
See ya.
Prepare quick food. Anything, really. Light meat. How was it? Not the flavor, the effect. Don't you feel like power is swelling up from deep within? The effect changes depending on the combination of ingredients, so be sure to try a bunch out. I'm sure I will do that. That's all for me. There's a lot more I wanted to tell you about, but I'm keeping Rosa waiting. So I'll hand you over.
See you later.
Well then, best of luck and everything. With everything.
See ya.
Rosa. So I'm finally up.
See ya.
I prefer to speak face to face, so please come and see me. I'll be waiting. Rosa. Yo. The name's Rosa. Nice to meet you. I'm gonna teach you all about weapon enhancement. So weapons and armor can be tempered or to improve their performance. Enhance your weapons and armor. XP. To enhance stuff, you need to enchant materials, namely weapons and grinders. Huh. It's kind of a pain to gather up both. I'll give you what you need this time, so head on to the item lab. Off you go. 10,000 Meseta. Take the money and run. Show me the money. I like it, you can see other people like doing the same thing. Well, I'll upgrade the machine gun. Just using other machine guns. I suppose. Uh-oh. That's all I can do.
Mission
Nice. That's how it's done. Looks like you've got yourself an enhanced weapon. By the way, that weapon's all yours. Use it as you like. Oh, and you can enhance armor too in exactly the same way. Go on, give it a try. Oh, and about the end grinder, you can find them in containers in every region. After all this time, no one knows who left them there, but please make good use of them. And with that, I'm done. Looking forward to working with you.
See ya.
Oh, looks like Crawford's calling. Can you come to the command room? I'll be waiting. Well, Crawford will.
Come again.
All right. Okay. Plus the +4 one, right? Crawford, you fool.
There's a suspected Nogwith presence on the mountaintop. Exact number? Unknown. Increase eyes in the surrounding area as well.
Please, continue to monitor them. Orangier, you monitor the forest.
What about me?
Sorry, I'm all over the place.
We're here.
All three of you did exceptionally well with the training. So, I want to see you use those skills in the field now. We just received a report of a great number of dolls sighted on nearby Mount Magnus. We'd like you to go take care of them.
Mount Among Us.
Of course, I wouldn't send you out by yourselves. You'll have another Arx Defender there to support you.
Nani?
Wow. Right into the thick of it, huh?
I wouldn't ask if I didn't think you could handle it. I'm not worried. So, what do you say?
Is this what they call trial by fire? Okay, I'm up for it.
Great. Head to the base of Mount Magnus as soon as you're ready. Your support person will rendezvous with you there. Good luck.
Do you have a minute to talk? If you could come over here, that'd be great. What now? Before you head to Mount Magnus, I wanted to give you some advice about engaging in combat. All Arx Defender's abilities are represented by a figure we call Battle Power. The number takes the armor, weapons, and physical abilities of the defender into account. Yeah. Of course, individual fighting style and tactics make a big difference in combat, but that doesn't count here, so it's just a rough assessment. Anyway, to stop Arx Defenders in training from stumbling into situations they can't handle, entrance to dangerous areas on Halpha is restricted by battle power. Mount Magnus is one of those areas. You should be able to see the required battle power now, so please ready yourselves and shoot for it. We'll be keeping an eye on your progress. Good luck with your prep. Side tasks will become available. Main story, take them, accept our requests. People. Before you head to Mount Magnus, I wanted to give you some advice about engaging in combat. Wait, what? Yes, we've been through this. Yeah, I got it. Where's Mount Magnus? Let's, okay. Mount Magnus. Your name, though. How's everything? Still busy with gathering? Personally, I'm a huge fan of minerals, so whenever I got the time, I travel to lots of places to look for them. I definitely know my fair share of minerals, so if you ever need some information, ask me anytime. Well, I don't care about minerals at all. Mining drill. Oh, I see. Well, that's too bad. Come by anytime if you want to know more about minerals. See you. Still gathering? Personally, I'm a huge fan. Didn't I take the... Didn't I accept it? I got the mineral one. Achieve battle power 830. What's my battle power now? 270, is that it? Battle power 819. We need 830. Close. Close one. That girl looks cool. Everyone has a cooler look than me. I think everyone else looks way cooler. It's just the way it is. I guess if I increase my rifle, it probably is enough to do it.
A success. Come again.
Darn. Is it 819? Did it go up at all? That's okay.
Welcome. Come again.
I don't have any fodder. I don't have a fodder. We got some minerals, I guess. Are there minerals here? Oh, it looks like you arrived. Please search for minerals in that area. If you can't find anything, you could always try again at a different time, another day, or another chance. Lag still. There's still a lot of lag here. Probably because it's loading the world still. The open world area. Protected containers. Gotta deactivate the barrier somehow. 2 barrier pods. One remains. It's a red one. I got something. What was that? Any mines, any ore around. It's already focusing on this task though. There you go, now it's good. Had to refresh. They're fighting something over here. I guess we'll go there. There's some kind of battle. Probably way out of our league here. Oh, they're... Killed them already. It's a battle party, though. It's a party of people killing everybody for XP. Target acquired. It's like emergency code. That range. There's some ore. Got it. This ore's kind of tough to open up. 50% complete. Nice. There's a lot of ore here. Take it. %. I guess sometimes you get 2 out of 1. Oh, looks like you managed to gather everything up nicely. By the way, you can gather other kinds of minerals. Okay. In Central Alio 2, you do well to keep an eye out on the fields. Sephiroth is here. Sephiroth-sama. I don't know how far he was. He must be at that event. You can hear people from far away. Yeah, they're all over there. What level is that? 1. Sephiroth. Almost have my photon charge. I think I got him there. Yay. We're just chilling with each other. Whole squad here. Let me in. Oh god. I can't go in. It's loading. The peaks and valleys of South Aelio boast mountains and waterfalls plenty. This bountiful natural resource thingy. What is that thing up there? Make it a hot spot for mining and fishing. It seems like they know where they're going. Level 3. Guess we can go to the new event. Well, that's a beautiful picture moment. Wow, look at that, look at that! I should take some, just in case that doesn't work. Beautiful. Mystical, truly. I should get that teleport. I don't think I'm gonna make it now. Yes. Oh, is the event over already? Damn, they're fast. Wait. Gotta get up there somehow. It. All right. I almost gave up there. No one's here. Shoot, I'm trying. No! Oh my god, I'm done. Did I even get the screenshots? I did. Was it worth it? Not really. I mean, yeah. It would have been some good XP though. That's where you can just log out mid-battle. What the frick? Yeah. I think we're gonna stop here actually. It's a shame, but you know. Yeah, we'll continue tomorrow. We'll play more tomorrow. Didn't another game come out? Oh, Guilty Gear. It's coming out Friday. Seems good. Yeah. That was fun. I had fun there. I could play more. I want to play more as well. I do. I really do. It is late, though. It is late, though. Facts. Yep. Oh, I can't wait to go back to this. Damn, I'm having so much fun, though. Man. Why we gotta have so much fun, though? Alright. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, crap.